This story is called Koala Lu. There was once a baby koala who was so soft and round that everyone loved her. Her name was Koala Lu. The emu loved her, a big bird with a long neck and powerful legs who lives in Australia, like the ostrich lives in Africa. The emu loved her. Mwah. The platypus with her big flat tail and her duck beak loved her. Even tough little koala claws who lived next door loved her. But it was her mama who loved her best of all. 100 times a day, Koala Lu's mama would smile and say, "Koala Lu, I do love you." Whenever she toddled down a path or climbed a gum tree, her mama would say, and you can say it with me, "Koala Lu, I do love you." Whenever she scratched her tummy or tickled her ear, Koala Lu's mama would smile and shake her head and say, "Koala Lu, I do love you." Well, the years went by and more koalas were born, brothers and sisters for Koala Lu. And Koala Lu's mama was so busy that she didn't have time anymore to say, "Koala Lu, I do love you." Although, of course, she did. Whenever Koala Lu would climb into the gum tree to go to sleep at night, she would look up at the stars above, and she would think about that time when her mama would say to her, "Koala Lu, I do love you." And she longed for her to say it again. Well, preparations were underway for the Bush Olympics. Many animals were going to get together and they were going to run and fly and swim and crawl and jump just as fast as they could. There were going to be prizes. There would be gold medals for the winners. Now, Koala Lu was a very good gum tree climber. She had an idea. She thought, if I enter the gum tree climbing event and I win, my mama will be so proud of me that once again she will throw her arms around me and she will say, "Koala Lu, I do love you." Well, Koala Lu started training that very day. She got herself a fancy new pair of red tennis shoes. She did sit-ups until her tummy hurt. She did pull-ups until her arms hurt. And she jogged everywhere. And she climbed the tallest gum tree she could find over and over and over again. Now her mama would watch her working so hard and she would wave and say, "How you going there, Blossom?" And Koala Lu would say, "Fine, Mama, just fine." Well, the day for the Bush Olympics arrived. All the animals who were going to run and jump and fly and swim and crawl were in the middle of a big open space in the bush. They were going to be in the middle, and their friends and family were around them. They were the spectators. Now, all those spectators were going to clap, "Yay!" And you could be the spectators. They were going to clap, "Yay!" They were going to cheer, "Hooray!" They had brought noisemakers, tweet, tweet, and many of them had put on very big, very silly hats to wave. Well, the first event was the gum tree climbing. Now, Koala Claus had entered this event, and she was going to climb first. everyone knew how fast Koala Claus was. Now, the kookaburra is a big, noisy bird who lives in Australia. And he was in charge of announcing and starting the races. So the first event was the gum tree climbing. "Get ready," said the kookaburra. "Get set, go!" And Koala Claus jumped onto that gum tree, and she climbed and climbed higher and higher, faster and faster, until, ding, she reached the top. Well, the crowd clapped. Yay! They cheered, hooray! They blew on their noisemakers, tweet! They waved their party hats. Well, Koala Claus was very fast, 22 meters in 70 seconds flat. Now it was Koala Lu's turn. She looked out into the crowd and she saw her mama. She looked at her mama and her heart filled with hope. Could she climb faster than Koala Claus? Well, it was time to find out. "Get ready," said the kookaburra. "Get set, go!" And Koala Lu jumped onto that gum tree and she climbed higher and higher, faster and faster, until she reached the top. Ding! Well, the crowd went crazy. They clapped, yay! They cheered, hooray! They blew on their noisemakers, tweet! They took off their party hats and they threw them in the air, woo! But for all her training and all her hoping, Koala Lu did not win the gum tree climbing. Koala Claus won. And Koala Lu went off into the bush and cried her eyes out. Oh. That night, as the little stars came out, Koala Lu made her way back to the gum tree that was her home. And when she got there, who do you think was waiting for her? Her mama. And her mama threw her arms around Koala Lu and she said, "Koala Lu, I do love you. I always have, and I always will." And that's the story of Koala Lu.